Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we are going to focus on some typical numericals on atomic mass and molecular mass. Already we have discussed what is atomic mass, what are the different types of atomic mass that could be used for solving numerical problems, what is molecular mass and what are different types of molecular mass. Now we'll use the concept of atomic mass and molecular mass in solving numericals. So first let's take up this problem. Question says if Avogadro number would have been 1 into 10 to the power 23 instead of 6.02 into 10 to the power 23, then what would be the mass of one atom of nitrogen? So if Avogadro number is changed from 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 to 1 into 10 to the power 23, will there be any change in the atomic mass? So now look at this. We have looked at this, changing Avogadro number from 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 to 1 into 10 to the power 23. So if Avogadro number is changed, then how this atomic mass will change? So now coming to this problem, we have this relationship 1U, which is nothing but one atomic mass unit. So this atomic mass unit, we define this as 112 times mass of one atom of carbon 12, one carbon 12 atom. This ratio is defined as atomic mass unit. So now look at this. This is 1 by 12. We know the gram atomic mass of carbon is 12. So 12 divided by Avogadro number. So this comes out to be 1 by Avogadro number. So therefore, one unified mass or one atomic mass unit is equals to 1 by Avogadro number. Now look at this, we have changed it. So mass of one atom of nitrogen is 14. Now this Avogadro number we are changing from 6.02 to 10.23. So whether we are changing this value, now look at this, one unified mass is always defined as 1 by Avogadro number. So if Avogadro number is changed, then therefore mass of one nitrogen atom will be 14 mu. Still this will remain the same because 1 AMU is always 1 by Avogadro number. So this will remain unchanged. So this is whether we change the Avogadro number from 6.02 into 10 power 23 to some other values, then this relative atomic mass will not change. Now in the second question we have look at this. Mass of one atom of an element is 6.66 into 10 to the power 23 gram. That is, the absolute mass of one element is given. Then what is its mass in atomic mass unit? So now we are given absolute mass. We have to express this in terms of relative mass. So now we have this relationship absolute mass is equals to relative atomic mass into gram equivalent of unified mass. So this unified mass, which is equals to 1 by, as we have discussed in the first program, one unified mass is equals to 1 by NO. So therefore we say this relative atomic mass is equals to absolute mass multiplied by Avogadro number. So absolute mass, that is mass of single atom of an element expressed in terms of gram, is given as 6.66 into 10 to the power minus 23 times Avogadro number. So this will be the relative atomic mass. So or we can use look at this. Atomic mass, absolute mass is equals to relative atomic mass into gram equivalent of unified mass, that is 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24. So therefore we can say relative atomic mass is equals to absolute mass into 1.66 into 10 to the power minus plus 24. Into 10 to the power 24 divided by 1.6. So these two values will have same value. This will be identical. So we have to use this relationship. Absolute mass is the relative atomic mass times gram equivalent of unified mass. So from this we define relative atomic mass, which is nothing but AMU or unified mass. Now next question we are saying atomic mass of chlorine is taken as 35.5. If chlorine isotopic mass 35, chlorine isotopic mass 37 are the two isotopes, then what is the ratio of abundance? That means we have to find the ratio of abundance. If average atomic mass is given, isotopic mass are given. Now then we have average mass. Now we have to use the concept of average mass because we are dealing with the isotopes. So we have this relationship, average mass is equals to, now look at this, isotopic mass of chlorine 35 is 35 into its abundance. Let's suppose this abundance is A plus isotopic mass of 37 is 37. Suppose its abundance is B, then this is divided by A plus B. That means if A and A is to B are the ratio of 35 and 37, then this we have to find A by B or B by A. So this is how we define average mass, isotopic mass into abundance divided by total abundance. So now look at this. This average mass, which is already given as 35.5, which is equals to 35A plus 37B divided by A plus B. So this comes out to be 35.5A plus 35.5B, which is equals to 35A plus 37B, or we shall look at this 0.5A, this is 35.5, this is 35, which is equals to 37 minus 35.5, that is 1.5 times B. So therefore A by B, which is the ratio of abundance, this is equals to 1.5 divided by 0.5, so this comes out to be 3:1. That means if A and A is to B is the ratio, so we have to focus on this formula. If A is to B is the ratio of abundance of two isotopes, then the average mass is isotopic mass into abundance of first isotope plus isotopic mass into abundance of second isotope divided by summation of total abundance. So this is the average mass. So we find this A by B, ratio of 35 to that of 37, abundance is 3:1. Now in the next question we have look at this. we have a mixture of two isotopes of carbon, carbon 12 and carbon 14. In this mixture of isotopes, the quantity of isotope 12 is 98%, so rest being 14. Then question says, calculate the number of atoms of 12 in 1 kilogram mixture. So we have a mixture of 12 and 14 whose mass is 1 kilogram. In this, the quantity or the content of 12 is 98%. So how many atoms of carbon 12 are present? So now look at this. Total mass is 100. So therefore, mass of carbon 12 in the mixture is equals to 98% of the total value, that is 1 kilogram. So this comes out to be 980 gram. So we have 980 gram of carbon 12. So this is the mass of some atoms of carbon 12. Now let the number of atoms or the number of gram atoms be some x. Now 1 gram atom of carbon 12 weighs 12 gram. So therefore 1 gram atom means 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of carbon 12 weighs 12 gram. That is gram atomic mass. The concept of gram atomic mass of 1 gram atom. So total mass is 980. Mass of 1 gram atom is 12. So therefore number of gram atoms in 980, this is equals to 980 divided by 12. So mass of 1 gram atom multiplied by number of gram atoms is equals to 980. So this comes out to be 81.6. So this is number of gram atoms. Now we have to find number of atoms. So 1 gram atom contains 6.02 into 10 power 23. So therefore number of atoms is equals to 81.67 multiplied by 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. So these mass atoms of carbon 12 is present in 1 kilogram of mixture. So what we are using is, out of this total mass, the mass of 12 is 98%. So this is the mass of this. So this mass 980 is the mass of some gram atoms. So number of gram atoms in 980 is 980 divided by 12, which is equals to 81.67. So 1 gram atom contains 6.02 into 10 power 23. So number of atoms present in 81.67 gram atom is this. So these mass atoms of carbon 12 is present in the mixture. Now coming to the next part, next problem. We have to find the gram atomic mass of an element Y such that 1.58 into 10 to the power 23 atoms of this element Y weighs 1.25 into 10 to the power 22. Now look at this, we are using gram atomic mass. So the gram atomic mass is mass corresponding to 1 gram atom. So that is 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 that we have used here. 1 gram atom mass is gram atomic mass. So look at this. Gram atomic mass is equals to mass of 1 gram atom in gram unit. So mass of 1 gram atom. So 1.58 into 10 power 23 atoms weighs this, then what is the mass of 1 gram atom? So now look at this, we have this 1.58 into 10 to the power 22 atoms weighs 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 22 gram. Then one atom will weigh 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 22 divided by 1.58 into 10 to the power 22. If this is the mass of one atom, then mass of 1 gram atom 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 atoms will weigh 1.25 into 6.02 into 10 to the power, this is minus 20 minus 22. Mass of 1 gram 1.58 into 10 by 23 atoms weighs this. Then one atom will weigh this 6.02 into 10 by 23 atoms. Divided by 1.58 into 10 to the power. So this will be the mass of this Y. So now look at this, we are using this concept, gram atomic mass, mass of 1 gram atom. So 1 gram atom is 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. So what is the mass of 6.02 into 10 to the power 23? Now 1.58 into 10 to the power 23 atoms weight is 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 22 gram. So total mass of this 6.02 into 10 to the power 23, this is the gram atomic mass of this element Y. Sorry, there is a minor correction here. Atoms weight 1.05 gram. So please change this reduce. Weighs 1.05 gram. So this is 1.05 divided by 1.58 into 10 to the power 22. So this is 105 into 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 divided by 1.58 into 10 to the power 22. This is the gram atomic mass of this Y. So again look at this, we are focusing on gram atomic mass, which is nothing but the mass of 1 gram atom, that is 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. Now look at this next question. Now we have a molecule known as tear gas. So each molecule of tear gas contains 2 atoms of hydrogen, 2 atoms of carbon, 1.78 into 10 power minus 22 gram of chlorine, and 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 22 gram of an unknown metal. Then what is the molar mass of the tear gas? So to define the molar mass of the compound, we need to have how many atoms of different elements are present, how many kinds of different atoms are present in a given molecule. That means we have to define the molecular formula. That means we already know the number of hydrogen atoms, we already know number of carbon atoms, but we don't know the number of chlorine atoms and number of this metal. So we have to find metal as well as chlorine, but their masses are given. So from this mass we have to convert into number of atoms. So look at this, number of hydrogen atom, already this is given as 2. Number of carbon atoms, this is also given as 2. Now we have to find number of chlorine atoms. So now look at this, mass of total mass of chlorine present in the formula is given as this. So therefore look at this, we have mass of one chlorine atom single chlorine atom, gram atom, absolute mass. This is relative mass. So relative mass of chlorine is 35.5. Now this relative mass multiplied by its gram equivalent of unified mass. So this will give you the exact mass of one chlorine atom. So this is the exact mass. Now total mass of the sample is 1.78 into 10 power minus 22. So this total mass must be some x times the mass of this single atom. So therefore number of chlorine atoms is equal to total mass of chlorine divided mass of single chlorine atom. So this is 1.78 into 10 to the power minus 22 divided by 35.5 into 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24. So if you solve this comes out to be 3. So in this single molecule of chlorine, tear gas, we have 3 chlorine atoms because this mass is the mass of 3 chlorine atoms. So we have number of chlorine atoms. Now on the other side of this, we have to find the molecular mass of the metal. So now look at this. This is a metal, a single metal is mass is this. Now we have to find the mass of gram molecular mass of metal. So now look at this. Mass of one metal atom is equals to 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 22 grams. So mass of single atom weighs 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 22. Now we require gram atomic mass. So therefore mass of 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 metal atoms, that is gram atom. So mass of 1 gram atom is known as gram atomic mass. So therefore look at this, 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 22 into 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 gram. So this is 1.25 into 6.02 into 10 to the power 1. So we have look at this, 60.2 into 1.25. So this comes out to be approximately 75. So now we have this gram atomic mass of, so this is the gram atomic mass of metal. This is number of chlorine atoms, this is number of carbon atoms, number of hydrogen. Once we have this, then we find molar mass. So molar mass is equals to, we have 2 atoms of hydrogen, 2 into gram atomic mass of hydrogen, plus number of carbon atom is 2, so 2 into mass of 1 gram atom of carbon, that is 12. Plus we have 3 chlorine, so 3 into gram atomic mass, that is 35.5 gram, plus 75.25. So this is gram. So this will give you the gram atomic mass of the tear gas, 24 plus 75.525. So this is the gram atomic mass, the molecular mass of this tear gas. So now what we have done is, this mass of chlorine which is present in the molecule. So we can, from this mass we find out the total number of atoms of chlorine, because we know the atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5, so the absolute mass. So the total number of atom is mass divided by the absolute mass of single atom. Similarly, look at this, mass of one atom of metal is given as this. Then what is the mass of Avogadro number? That is gram atomic mass. So we define this. So once we have this number of carbon, hydrogen, chlorine and atomic mass of metal, we find the molar mass. So this is the molar mass of the compound known as clear gas. Now we are given three isotopes of metal magnesium, isotopic mass 26, 25 and 24, and their percent abundance are given there. 26 is 0.15, 25 is 0.05, 24 is 0.08. Now the question says we have a mixture of 24.35 gram. In this 24.35 gram of the mixture, which isotope has the highest number of neutrons? So we have to find neutrons. So this is mass number, this is atomic number. So look at this. Atomic number of a neutral atom is equals to number of protons. So this is atomic number, this is atomic number, so this is equals to number of protons, P. Then mass number. So this is mass number, so mass number is equals to number of protons plus number of neutrons. So therefore number of neutrons is equals to mass number minus number of protons. So we will find the number of neutrons. Now we are given a mixture of 24.35 gram with abundance of the three isotopes. So which isotope has got the maximum number of neutrons? So now look at this. We have this isotopic mass 26. So magnesium. So for this mass will be, now look at this is 0.1, abundance is 0.15. So the for this magnesium mass of this 26 in the mixture is 0.15 into 24.35. This is the mass of 26. If this is the mass of 26, then we have to find the mass of 25 as well as 24. When mass of 25, abundance is given as 0.05, total mass of the mixture is 24.35 gram. Similarly, mass of isotopic 24 present in the mixture is 0.8 into 24.35 gram. These are the masses of isotopes 26, 25 and 24 present in the 24.35 gram. Now question says we have to find which contains the highest number of neutrons. Now this is the total mass of magnesium. So this must be mass of some gram atoms. So we can find the number of gram atoms or number of atoms. So total mass of some atoms of magnesium is this. Mass of one magnesium is 26 U. Now we have to find how many gram atoms. So now look at this. Number of gram atoms. So this is 20 total mass of 1 gram atom of magnesium 26 is 26. So number of gram atom is 0.15 into 24.35 divided by 26. This is the number of gram atoms of isotope 26. Similarly, number of gram atoms of 25 will be 0.05 into 24.35 divided by 25. Number of gram atoms of isotope 24 will be 0.8 into 24.35 divided by. So these are number of gram atoms. Once we have this number of gram atoms, we can easily define the number of atoms So therefore this is in gram atoms. So therefore number of atoms of isotopic, this is equals to 0.15 into 24.35 divided by 26 into 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. Number of atoms of 25, this is 0.05 into 24.35 divided by 25 into 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. Number of atoms of isotopic mass 24, that is 0.8 into 24.35 into 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 divided by 24. These are the number of atoms of the three isotopes present. Now after this we have to find the abundance of number of neutrons. So look at this, number of neutrons in isotopic mass 26 is equals to 26 minus 12, so this comes out to be 14. Number of neutrons in isotopic mass 25, that is 25 minus 12 is equals to 13. Number of neutrons in isotopic mass 24, that is 24 minus 12, that is 12. That means one atom of this magnesium 26 contains 14 neutrons. One atom of isotopic mass 25 contains 13. One atom of isotopic mass 24 contains 12 neutrons. These are the neutrons. These are the number of atoms. So therefore, number of neutrons will be from this we will have number of neutrons in magnesium 26 is number of atoms multiplied by number of neutrons. So we have 0.15 into 24.35 into 6.02 into 14 into 10 to the power 23 divided by 26. So this is the number of neutrons in magnesium with isotopic mass 26. Similarly, number of neutrons in magnesium with isotopic mass 25, that is 0.05 into 24.35 into 6.02 into 13 into 10 to the power 23 divided by 25. Similarly, number of neutrons in magnesium isotopic mass 24 is 0.8 into 24.35 into 6.02 into 12 number of neutrons into 10 to the power 23 divided by 24. So looking at these values, it seems this has got, look at this, denominator is the least here. This is 0.8, this is 0.05, this is 0.1. So therefore it seems that this will have the maximum number of neutrons in this mixture of 24.35 gram of these three isotopes. So now look at this. What we are doing is we are using the concept of this atomic mass, which is nothing but number of proton plus number of neutron. Number of proton is equals to atomic number. Now from this mixture we find the mass conservation of three isotopes because their abundance are given to you. Now we convert this mass into number of gram atoms. From this number of gram atoms we define number of atoms. So each atom contains 13, 14 and 12 neutrons. So total number of neutrons in this mass is atoms are given here. So this is how we proceed.